Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed, where we like to dive into whatever topic comes to mind each and every week. Every week we have an installment on mental health because it's important, man. You got to check on your people. You got to check on your people and have your people check on you. It is important, man. It's important to me that we continue to have discussions on mental health because it's just not talked about enough. Now we're going to cue the intro. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. It's crazy how spaced out a lot of my podcasts have been lately. I promise, it's not by design. That is literally how this spring has been going. So, on that note, this episode is probably going to be a little different than normal. Honestly, I really don't even have some super structured script today. As most of y'all know, I typically go unscripted when it comes to my podcast. I speak what comes to mind, but sometimes I do take the time before I record a podcast to basically put in guidelines for me to start out on, and then from that point, just speak on it. But I've just had a lot on my mind lately and figured I'd just talk. And of course, I'm doing all this on the truck talk because it's just how it's been this season. Been so busy that, the only time I could get on here and record is during a truck talk. So, per usual, this is real life stuff, real thoughts, just where I'm at right now mentally. For anybody new here, my name is Micah. I'm the owner of Lawn Dude Lawn Maintenance LLC. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a business owner. I'm a vice president of a motorcycle club. And honestly, I am an African American Christian man, because I would like to go ahead and add that into it as well, because it's part of who I am. I'm just a regular guy trying to figure life out day by day, just like everybody else. And truthfully, that's the part that I wanted to talk about today. What really makes somebody a man? What really makes somebody a Christian? How you're supposed to live life? How faith ties into your everyday life? All that kind of stuff is what I'd like to go ahead and discuss, because these are things that aren't talked about. Nowadays, there's a lot of opinions on everything that I just mentioned. Everybody's got their own views. Everybody's got their own judgments. And social media, like for real, they make it worse because everybody acts like they've got everything just mastered. Like they got the master plan of life, how to do it all. When you get on social media, everybody looks successful. Everybody looks happy. Everybody looks financially stable. Everybody looks mentally good. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, a lot of these same people that you see are struggling way more than they let people know. And truthfully, I've been one of them lately. So, one thing I'm very big on is for all your folks, all your people, man, I always say one thing that you should be doing. You got to check on your people, man. You got to check on your people and have your people check on you. Because you never know what people are going through. They never know what you are going through. I know for me, I can sit here and say, this past year, to date, has definitely humbled me. A lot of people know me through lawn care. They see the trucks, equipment, jobs getting done, social media videos, all that stuff. But what people don't always see is the pressure behind running a business. Especially after losing higher end commercial clients this year. And I do want to say this because it definitely matters to me whenever I say that. This matters to me personally. The clients lost had nothing to do with quality. I stand firmly on that. We've always tried to do quality work and do right by people. But sometimes budgets change, management changes. People go different directions. And sometimes life just hits hard, whether you deserve it or not. And unfortunately for me, I can honestly say I've had each and every one of these situations happen to multiple contracts this year. And I know what some people are saying. Some people say, oh man, go out here and just replace the clients. Yeah, well, been trying to do that. And because of the substantial amount that all those clients brought in, it's an amount that's not so easy to replace. And when your expenses do nothing but go up because of where we're at right now in the economy, it doesn't make it all that easy. But to be fully transparent, there's been moments lately where I've honestly felt like a failure as a man. Not because I quit, not because I stopped trying, but because when you're a provider and things start getting financially tight, it messes with your mentality. It messes with you mentally. You know, whether people want to admit it or not, it just does. Especially as a husband and especially as a father. You start overthinking everything. Am I doing enough? Am I failing my family? Am I making the right decisions? Why does it feel like I'm carrying pressure all the time? And honestly, I know I can't be the only man that feels that way. I think there's a lot of men out there silently struggling while acting like everything's okay on the outside. And truthfully, all of this has pushed me closer to my faith more than anything else. Not because life suddenly got easier. Actually, quite the opposite. Because when things got hard, especially, let me reword that. When things get hard enough, eventually you realize you can't carry everything yourself. And one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is what truly makes somebody a Christian. Because I think my generation, especially, has a lot of thoughts on this. Or should I say opinions? For example, does somebody have to go to church every Sunday to be considered a Christian? Now, before anybody takes this the wrong way, I'm not here to preach, and I'm definitely not trying to tell anybody how to live. I'm really just talking. I'm really just talking through my own thoughts and my own walk with God right now. Personally, I absolutely believe church is important. I believe fellowship matters. I believe learning matters. Being around good people matters. Being around Christian people matter. But I also personally believe faith goes deeper than appearances. If I'm going to be completely 100 with y'all right now, I think it's about your relationship with God, your heart, how you treat people, how you handle pressure. Whether you're trying to become better, because truthfully, none of us is perfect. None of us are perfect. And I think sometimes people expect Christians to act like they've got life completely figured out. Like they never struggle, never stress, never question things. Meanwhile, I think a lot of us are just trying to become better while fighting battles nobody sees. And maybe I'm wrong on some things. Maybe I'm still learning. Take that back. I know I'm still learning. I know at times I'm wrong. But this is just where I'm in. This is just where I'm at in my walk right now. Honestly, this season has probably brought me closer to God than when things were going great. Because when life gets uncomfortable, you start praying differently, thinking differently, looking at life differently. And I think that's part of growth too. And honestly, something I can tie into this is being part of a motorcycle club. It has taught me a lot too. Definitely taught me a lot about brotherhood, loyalty, and leadership. A lot of people hear motorcycle club and immediately assume certain things, but truthfully, I've built real friendships, real family, and real bonds through it. I've held different positions over the years and worked my way into leadership into leadership. And leadership and anything teaches you a lot about people and about yourself. But regardless of titles, business ownership, social media, or any of that, at the end of the day, I'm still human. I still overthink sometimes, still stress, still worry, still question myself sometimes. But one thing I do know is quitting solves nothing. And I really believe hard lessons either break people or build people depending on how they respond to them. And maybe somebody listening to this right now needed to hear this too. Maybe life feels heavy right now. Maybe financially, maybe mentally, maybe spiritually. Maybe you're carrying pressure nobody even knows about. But heavy seasons don't mean your story's over. Sometimes those seasons are shaping who you're becoming. And honestly, I think I'm learning that being a human, being a man, doesn't mean pretending you have no struggles. I think being a man means continuing carrying responsibility even when life feels heavy. Continuing to show up, continuing to try, continuing to pray, continuing to push forward, even when mentally you're exhausted. And truthfully, That's where I'm at right now. Still standing, still pushing, still trying to grow through it all. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that supports the podcast, the business, the videos, all of it. Seriously, it means more than people probably realize. This is Lawn Dude Unearthed. Real life, real conversations, just honestly. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed. We talk about all kinds of things here. The good stuff, the tough stuff, and everything in between. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed day.